9. What does Secretary of State Mike Pompeo now know about any recording, and has he heard any of it in the disappearance and apparent killing of Washington Post writer Jamal Khashoggi? Tonight, what one Turkish official is now telling our team. Khashoggi was last seen in that surveillance, now seen by the world, entering the Saudi consulate in Istanbul, never coming out. You can see blue lights being used to search inside the consulate and the residence for any signs of blood or other evidence. And take a look at this image. The Saudi crown prince right there on the left, and on the far right, a man who is often not far from the crown prince. That man now seen in several surveillance stills from those 24 hours when Khashoggi disappeared, entering the consulate outside the consul general's home and then at security right there at the airport before his flight left. On the ground, only a matter of hours. And tonight, this question: what does Secretary Pompeo know about this alleged recording, and has he heard any of it? ABC senior foreign correspondent Ian Pannell leading us off from Istanbul.
Tonight, explosive new developments about the alleged murder of Washington Post writer Jamal Khashoggi. ABC News has been told Secretary of State Mike Pompeo was played an audio recording of the writer's murder during meetings in Ankara 24 hours ago, according to a senior Turkish source. Speaking anonymously and exclusively to ABC News, the official said Secretary Pompeo was also given a transcript of the recording. Separately, ABC News has been told of allegations that Khashoggi was killed in the consulate following a struggle that lasted 8 minutes and that he died of strangulation. ABC News reached out to the White House for comment, which referred questions to the State Department. The State Department spokesperson says, quote, Secretary Pompeo has neither heard a tape nor has he seen a transcript related to Jamal Khashoggi's disappearance. Late today, the president asked, do you believe Jamal Khashoggi is dead?
It certainly looks that way to me. It's very sad. It certainly looks that way.
The president also asked, are you considering possible consequences for the Saudis?
Well, it'll have to be very severe. I mean, it's bad stuff, but we'll see what happens.
His comments come after Pompeo briefed the president for nearly an hour this morning about his visits to Saudi Arabia and Turkey. Afterwards, Pompeo saying the Saudis promised him a complete and thorough investigation.
I told President Trump this morning that we ought to give them a few more days to complete that. They're an important strategic alliance of the United States, and we need to be mindful of that as well.
Overnight, investigators carrying boxes out of the Saudi consulate, as mounting evidence appears to tie a member of the Saudi royal family's entourage to the incident. Maher Abdulaziz Mutreb is frequently seen travelling with the Crown Prince, the two men just a few feet from each other in Houston earlier this year. Now a pro-government Turkish newspaper publishing new images of Mutreb in Istanbul the day the writer went missing. Mutreb is seen apparently entering the Saudi consulate at 9:55 a.m. October 2nd, a little more than 3 hours before Khashoggi goes inside. At 4:53 p.m, Mutreb is seen outside the consul general's home, that residence becoming a key focus of investigators in the last 24 hours. Turkish police searching for blood with ultraviolet lights. And just over an hour later, Mutreb is seen clearing security at the airport, apparently leaving Turkey. ABC News has obtained flight records showing a private plane registered to a Riyadh-based company left the airport some 50 minutes later. One of two private Saudi planes that made one-day stops in Istanbul that day.
And so let's get right to Ian Pannell again tonight from Istanbul. We heard the Secretary of State there today say that the U.S. should give the Saudis a few more days on this. And there had been questions, Ian, for days now, whether the Treasury Secretary, Steve Mnuchin, would still attend a major Saudi investment conference that others had pulled out of.
Yeah, that's right. But after a lot of delay and a lot of pressure, he has now announced that he will not now be attending this conference nicknamed Davos in the Desert. He joins a long list of senior CEOs and major corporations who've also pulled out, leaving Saudi plans to reinvent itself as a tech hub in tatters. David?
Ian Pannell leading us off again tonight. Ian, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.